Hey, bro, what pronouns you use? Yeah, facts. We're at TCU, and it's getting interesting. It's our second time here because the shit didn't... Anyways, it's a long story. But lock in because it's going to be interesting. First question is, what pronouns do you use?
She and her.
Okay, cool.
He, him.
Yeah.
He, him.
Okay, what about you?
She, her.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't use pronouns.
Okay, how would you feel if somebody called you a she?
Well, probably wouldn't like that. Not very much at all, because I'm not a girl.
So it kind of seems like you might have somewhat of a preference, maybe?
No, I guess you could say that, yeah.
Okay.
I guess he.
Okay, cool. What about you?
I guess she.
Okay.
He, him. I don't. Yeah.
She, her.
Okay, amazing.
He, him. I think.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, good job.
She, her.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I don't really use pronouns. I'm a dude.
Okay. How would you feel if somebody called you a she?
I don't really care. I mean, I'm not a she, so I don't know. I wouldn't really care.
Got you.
Like she.
Okay.
He, him. I guess.
Would you consider yourself to be a feminist?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, talk to me about it.
I mean, equality. I believe in all sorts of women empowerment, but not so far as like the women who put down men and put themselves above. I wouldn't say I'm that far, but definitely all for women empowerment.
Love it. Okay.
I would say sure, yeah.
Yeah. Talk to me about it. I know it seems redundant potentially, but talk to me about it if you don't mind.
I believe in women's rights and I believe in equality. So, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much the basis.
Yeah, no, it is.
I think it depends. I wouldn't like walk up to somebody and classify myself as one, but obviously I share those beliefs as a female.
Okay, gotcha. Would you consider yourself to be a feminist?
I feel like I'm gonna be careful with the way I say this, like, because I feel like that term can be like used in a way that is like can be an extreme, but like I'm equal opportunity, equal rights, equal everything. So, I mean that's what I'd say. I wouldn't necessarily label myself a feminist, just because I think labels can be kind of dangerous in a way to say, because especially nowadays people take things to an extreme that maybe they're not, but equality. So yeah.
Okay. Would you consider yourself to be more pro-life or pro-choice?
Oh gosh. I can argue both sides.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there one you lean more towards, or you just kind of feeling neutral?
I feel pretty neutral.
That makes sense.
I don't have any like personal experience with that. I don't, I think it would depend on the situation.
Okay.
Pro-life.
Okay. Can I ask you why?
I strongly believe that as soon as a baby's conceived, it's a life. So, I wouldn't believe in ending the life.
Okay.
I would say I'm pretty much in the middle. I think it really just depends on the situation. But I do think that women deserve the right to choose what happens to their own bodies. Right. So, I just think it depends on the situation.
That makes sense.
Pro-life for sure.
Okay.
I'm a strong Christian. And I don't believe you should be able to play God. I mean, obviously you have maybe special cases where you can get into that, like, in whatever, but yeah, I'm definitely more pro-life.
Gotcha. Okay. If you're pro-life, you can't only care about the fetus in the fucking womb. There's real people on Earth dying by, a variety of things. And it's funny that you'd rather be more pro-life than support any other policy that empowers and supports life that is existing on this earth today. If you're pro-life, it is contradictory to anything you stand for to not support life in every other circumstance. You're pro-life, but you support the genocide on Palestinians. You're pro-life, but you support guns killing kids in schools. You're pro-life, and the list goes fucking forever. They just took a picture of me. I'm not sure if they're a fan or they hate me. I think fan, because he laughed. The thing is, I watched him take a picture of me. Like, my eyes were literally looking at his eyes. I don't know. Niggas be weird. Do y'all think that white privilege exists?
Yes.
Okay, what about you?
Yes.
Talk to me about it.
Well, I don't think there's much to talk about. Like, they don't experience the same things that we experience. Especially, I noticed that a lot here. Like, a lot of stuff that they think is like inconvenience to them. That's like, you think that's an inconvenience? That's like nothing.
Yeah.
And just like things they get, like a lot of these people, they have money, they inherited it. And for me, it's like, y'all sit on this money, y'all have this money. I have to like work. Like I'm working right now. A lot of these kids, they don't have to work, but they don't know I don't know. It's just like, it's just a big difference. It's a difference that they don't notice.
No, I hear you. What about you?
Basically what he just said, but we have to work twice as hard to get to the point where they are. When like they got everything they need or whatever without having to work as hard as we do. So yeah, definitely white privilege exists.
Do y'all think that white privilege exists? What do y'all think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah, probably.
What do y'all kind of think about it? What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, I think that there definitely is some sort of privilege of being white. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I
yeah.
just want to hear your thoughts.
Probably just like maybe nothing that I mean to have, but more of just like being born into a society that stems from like our history and stuff like that. Yeah.
I do. Yes.
Talk to me about it.
I feel like it does exist. I do think that in the past it had a bigger like impact on society, but I feel like we are taking steps to kind of get rid of it and dismantle it and start to, have everyone feel that they have as much power as someone else. I know it's not going to change right away, but I do think people are taking steps in the right direction.
Yeah.
I would say yes, it definitely does. I think I was very lucky my whole life to grow up in like your stereotypical, like I'm from like Ohio, like white, middle class, Ohio county. But I went to school in Akron where I saw like some less fortunate people, and yes, I do.
Yeah.
Long story short, yes.
Yeah. Do you think that we should teach the Bible in schools?
I think it should be an option, but not required.
Okay.
Well, that's kind of a controversial question for sure, because that definitely goes down to what different people believe in and what the school districts believe in, and of course the parents, what they're teaching at schools or at home. So I guess it kind of comes down to what the parents believe in and what kind of role that they play in that school.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's something really great that should be incorporated, especially with the youth, so they can understand, history and also just find out the truth,
Sure. I mean, depends, like if the people joining the class are interested.
Okay.
But yeah, it could be a great class.
Like as an optional thing, or do you think it should be mandatory?
Optional, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I feel like, as a Christian, I feel like it can give good morals, a good like way of being as a person. But I feel like it's good. I don't think there's probably something that the Bible can teach you wrong, but I feel like maybe it's for everybody's own opinion, actually.
What about you?
Oh, I feel like it should be offered, but I know that like not everyone believes in that stuff.
Yeah. Currently, billionaires can donate as much as they want to any political campaign. Do you think that they should be allowed to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you think so?
I think it's just a free choice. Like it's their money; they can do with it what they want.
Do you feel like it gives them greater access than the average person to influence politics?
Yes, I do think so.
Okay.
But that doesn't change my answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, I believe so. I think so. I feel like money has a very big impact on influencing people. Like if you offer like somebody $1 million, obviously they'll do what you want because it's a campaign. So.
Do you feel like that's fair for the people who can't donate anything? Like, what do y'all think?
I feel like I think it can be unfair in the way that they can probably influence them greater than someone that has like less money and like a minority wise. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I feel like in a way it can give them more power.
Well, they make that much money, then they get to choose what they get to do with their money. Yes.
Do you feel like it gives them greater access to influence like policies and stuff by politicians?
I bet it plays into it a lot. Yeah.
Do you feel like that's fair?
That's tough again. I guess both people could see it from both different perspectives. If you don't have enough money to donate, you're not going to be heard as much as the people that have more money and are up there with the officials.
Yeah. Currently, billionaires can donate as much as they want to any political campaign. Do you think they should be allowed to do that?
No, I feel like business should just stay out of politics. Especially you're seeing this in Texas with Abbott now. I feel like if you have businesses that are influencing the government, then they can just do whatever they want, and it's just going to create a corporate America, and it's kind of what Elon Musk is doing. And yeah, I think it just shouldn't be, it shouldn't be that way,
One of Donald Trump's policy positions is mass deportation. How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all support mass deportation?
I mean, I'd have to look more into it to be more knowledgeable. So I honestly,
Okay.
don't really have much of a opinion on that.
Okay.
But
What do you think, bro?
I wouldn't say I have the most like overall knowledge. I'm not too certain about all of it, but I would definitely be in support of kind of having a more safe country, whatever that means. Like maybe mass deportation isn't the solution, but I'm in favor of having a more safe country and more like controlled. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't support mass deportation. I do believe that like people taking jobs and coming here illegally, it's not fair to people who did go through the process to become like a citizen in the U.S. But I do not think right away that's the right way to do it. Right. I think there's steps that he needs to take that are more, I just think kicking someone out right away when you go into office is not probably the right thing to do.
No, I don't support it. I think it's weird considering how this country was founded. It's weird that they're so obsessed with it. And it's like, what is it? How is it benefiting us by deporting all these people? Like, and the crazy thing about it is a lot of these people, they don't know nothing but this country, a lot of them, but they don't look at that. They just look at it. Oh, you come over here, like, I don't know. I think it's weird, the obsession with it.
Yeah, no, for sure. What about you?
As somebody whose parents are immigrants, so this is definitely like it hits close to home because my parents work just as hard as everybody's parents here, regardless of where they're from. So it's weird when I hear, oh, you want to deport, that he wants to deport people who are just hardworking, people who don't cause any type of problems, just because of the people who do cause problems. So it's never really made any sense to me why he wants to do that. So I don't support it at all.
Okay, cool. Lead on TCU. It seems almost apparent that the only thing and the main thing these students are leading on is protection for the baby in the womb, but they're not leading on protecting people outside the womb. They're leading on pushing Christianity in all facets, but they're not leading on following the same principles of that religion. They're leading on things that are contrary to everything that book teaches. But if you've seen one thing, lead on. But don't lead on the things that actually matter. In the last presidential election, if you did vote, who'd you vote for?
I voted for Donald Trump.
Okay. What was like the number one reason for voting for him?
Well, I didn't like the way the economy was run this last presidency, and I align with more what Donald Trump believes in, and I like him as a president more than the Democratic side.
I would have sided towards Trump, because of more conservative views.
Okay.
But
was there one in particular view that was resonating most?
I just don't think that the Democrats have like a Christian view. So that's kind of like where I side, because I'm a religious person. I'm Catholic.
Gotcha.
So I lean towards the right. But yeah.
Okay.
I didn't vote.
Okay. Why didn't you vote?
I forgot.
No, true. Okay. No, that's right. Okay. In this last presidential election, if you did vote, who did you vote for?
I did not vote.
Okay.
This last election.
Was it because the Ohio thing, or what happened?
Well,
So the Ohio thing, home state. Sorry.
I would have had to do a mail-in ballot,
Right, yeah.
and I just didn't end up doing it.
Yeah.
I will be voting in the next election,
For sure.
but I unfortunately did not this time.
Okay. Cool. If you were to vote, were you leaning a certain way or no?
I wasn't sure.
Okay.
I really was like, a lot of people just say this, I really was like in the middle.
Yeah.
I tend to lean Democrat on some issues, but I wasn't big on either candidate.
Yeah.
I did vote for Kamala Harris.
Okay. And what was the number one reason that you voted that way?
I did tend to lean more pro-choice, so I think that was one of the more defining factors. But it was a really hard election to choose, and it was just really hard to sort between all of the misinformation, disinformation, all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Okay.
I voted for Trump.
Okay. And what was the main reason for voting for him?
I believe that we lost, as Americans, obviously you have foreign affairs and then you have kind of what's going on in our country. I believe we lost a lot of foreign power and respect from other countries. And as you saw when Trump got elected, you had the whole Israel and Hamas thing, that whole thing happened right after, where it kind of not necessarily ended, but there was that whole thing. And I just think that we lost, as America, we lost the power that, that's not necessarily power, but just like the respect of the world. And then just with groceries and inflation and everything, obviously the past 4 years hasn't been good. And as parents who have businesses and stuff, and there's definitely a need for change. And I think people look too much into feelings when it comes to politics. So that's my answer. And obviously I can go for more, but it's short.
No, that's perfect.
I did vote.
Okay.
And I voted according to my beliefs.
Okay.
I voted for Republican.
Okay. In this last presidential election, if y'all did vote, who did y'all vote for?
I did not vote.
Okay. And what did you?
I didn't vote either.
Why didn't y'all vote? If y'all don't mind me asking.
Because I'm from out of state, so I think it was just hard to like kind of coordinate by having to
Right.
Yeah.
figure that out. So
Same, and also just kind of like not much care in it either.
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
I did vote for Donald Trump.
Can I ask you, like, what was maybe like number one reason for supporting him?
I mean, like, I know as a person, probably not the kind of person, but I think a lot of his policies and just growing up in San Francisco, there's not a lot of law and order. And I think coming here to Texas and like kind of seeing how like you have to follow the law. And I think Trump had a way better plan than I think Kamala would have. And I also think that Biden did not do a good job. So in my opinion, that was what I wanted. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. So sorry. There was a spider falling on me and I was tripping.
Kamala.
Okay. What about you?
I did not vote. I did not get to vote.
And why did you vote for Kamala? Why were you not able to vote?
I voted for her. Like, not gonna lie, she did have a lot of social media presence because my algorithm and like based off things that I support and whatnot. And I know there are people who say this, that, and the third about her, but when you really look at it, why would I vote for somebody who's openly saying, oh, this, that, and third? He's a very cocky person, a very arrogant person. That's like, I mean, if she does have any whatever tricks up her sleeve, I mean, she's not as arrogant as him to like be straight up about it. Like, I think that's weird. Like, why would I give somebody who acts like that any type of power or whatever?
Yeah. Heard you. What about you?
So I didn't get to vote because I wasn't sure if I could because I'm a permanent resident. So my parents, again, they're immigrants. So I didn't know if I could vote. So, and it also took me a minute to, like, I was kind of slow. I did not I wasn't trying hard to vote, I guess. But I knew who I would vote for regardless. Yeah.
I'm currently at TCU for Gen Z, a generation at war. I just finished interviewing. If I've recognized one thing, it's almost as if the people here cannot see outside of the world in which they live. They're not seeing outside of the wealth. They're not seeing outside of this class, this privilege of attending this insanely expensive university. It's interesting because I think a lot of times experience changes people, and it's almost as if a lot of people here have not had experiences that would change them. And what does that tell me? Throughout their life, they have not been exposed to the things that are happening in this world. You laugh at police brutality because it would never affect you. You disregard these very important things because it can't penetrate your bubble of white privilege and wealth. And that's my first thoughts leaving TCU.